F double R, F double R, F double R, F double R. Gotta bring that energy.
Gotta bring that energy. What's going on, FRR fam? If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you've been here, welcome back to FRR Friend Request Reviews with Friends Request Friends to Watch. Band of Brothers, Season 1, Episode 10, the finale, titled Points. Points. I don't know, man. What kind of points? Some good points? A bunch of people getting promoted again? We see that throughout the season plenty of times, but I mean, at the end of the day, this is the final episode, so I would just love for that point to go across of them getting home, right? Last episode was obviously super tough. They saw concentration camps for the first time, and I'm pretty sure all these boys want to do, all these men want to do is, you know, help the people they can and get back home with their lives still intact. So I'm ready, because I don't know what this last episode is going to give us, how we going to end up feeling at the end of it, but overall the series has been absolutely phenomenal. Like, as a whole, it's just been, it's a 10 out of 10 for me. How you feeling over there, Brolic?
I'm feeling great, man, diving into this finale. Like you said, there's a lot of things here that I'm just like, what we're going to do for the finale here, you know? They did leave us off at a great, like, last episode hit extremely hard for me. Just seeing everything, you know, from the concentration camps was extremely difficult. So I'm hoping that, you know, they let off on the gas a little bit for this final episode, and hopefully, like you said, we see some of our brothers actually get home and make it to their family. So that would be nice. But yeah, man, I'm ready for this. Also, too, me and Formal have decided we will be doing Pacific. I think that's what it's called, right? Yeah, the Pacific. The Pacific. We're gonna do that, but we're gonna do that on our own time. So you will see that here on the channel, but just in the future, not currently. Me and Formal got some things that we cooking up for the mini series. So just know that we got something very special coming very soon. So yeah, man. But when it comes to this, I'm ready for this ending. So let's get it.
All right, let's get it, man. We ain't gonna hold y'all any longer. We just gonna paraglide right in. Y'all know what to do with the video. Drop your likes, comment down below, and most importantly, subscribe. The goal is 10K. Click the button, click the bell, get notified when we go live. Let's get it, baby.
Let's go. Cherokee.
Let's see what y'all got for us.
Bring us home, please.
I mean, one person we know ain't going home intact is Nixon, which is unfortunate. My man's got the letter for the divorce last episode.
I mean,
the drinking's gotten worse.
She took the dog. That's probably
you feel me?
That's why I said
get
more.
Back home. Facts. He says, "My dog."
that hurt more than losing his wife, and I feel him on that. Nah, but I feel
that's why
you,
I threw in the word intact. I said,
yeah.
Get home intact, bro, both physically, mentally, and emotionally.
I mean,
yeah, you can't get back home emotionally or mentally the same. So
yeah, exactly. Especially after everything they seen and been through.
Facts.
Shit. All right, let's hear it.
Part 10.
Wait,
Points.
We didn't get the brothers.
Oh, you right.
Huh.
We didn't. Maybe we get them at the end of this one.
Yeah.
That'll be dope.
Yeah.
That'll be dope.
Yeah. I would like that if that happened. Make that happen, HBO.
Oh shit.
It was more than 3 years since Lewis Nixon and I decided to join the paratroops. And more than a year since we'd first gone to war. I certainly didn't expect to find myself at a place like this.
Morning.
See how
I
he
heard
looking.
reports about a red-headed Eskimo.
Red-headed Escobar.
Ran into the regimental photographer. Said he had all these photographs of the 506th.
Okay.
Man, different men back then, huh?
What do you think about New Jersey?
New Jersey?
There's a company in Nixon, New Jersey. It's called Nixon Nitration Works.
Well, sounds picturesque.
Yeah. Well, oddly enough, I know the owners.
Word.
I thought maybe I'd drag you with me.
Nah, winter's a soldier boy for life.
Let's go catch shrimp, Bubba.
Think about it.
Go ahead, take that swim. Think
Facts.
about it under the water. It's a beautiful start.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Nixon going back home to work for his family, sound like. Work for his pops.
I was still getting used to hot showers and morning swims.
This is the daily now. That's what's up. Little time off.
Just brings you back to that episode where they had no cold weather gear and no bullets.
This famous town high in the Alps was the Nazi Party's symbolic home, and all the heads of the Third Reich had houses there.
Oh yeah, I remember
first
that.
step
Okay. Yeah.
Was blocking the roads.
Damn.
Ooh,
That's hella blocked.
for
You gonna
real.
need more than that, bro. You gonna have to put some C4 under that shit.
White flags. Surrender.
That's because this is the one town you can't deny being a true Nazi.
True.
What do you mean?
Well, you have to be to live here.
Yep.
Need to find some place we can put the colonel.
Meaning you gotta have that in your blood. Now you know one of these soldiers is like, I'm gonna take that, sell it, make mad bread.
I ought to practice my roundhouse on that right there.
No.
Buddy really try to
Try to hide the logbooks. Like, we trying to see everybody who been up in here.
Wow.
I can't carry all this. You know, whoever comes in here after us is gonna take whatever isn't nailed down.
Well, wouldn't want that to happen.
Okay.
Oh, there goes Spears.
When does take part? Look
Spears
at
like, where my
Winners.
cut at?
I don't even think about it.
Spears the one. They say you got enough silverware. Look at his face. He did though. He had the little goblet. Oh look, he found some good stuff.
Can't promise that.
There we go.
See?
Spears got the right
Head
idea.
up the mountain through the Obersalzberg. Take the Eagle's Nest.
All money.
They happy.
The Eagle's
Get
Nest
a-
was a surprise birthday present for Hitler, built with Nazi Party money.
Watch out, might have fucking Hitler's spinal fluid in there.
Ooh.
Committed suicide. Oh shit. Oh, he
Oh
popped-
shit.
that shit.
Yeah, I thought they off somebody. Look at my boy lifted.
Hey, Adolf! Love your Eagle's Nest. I hope you don't mind. We made ourselves at home. Love what you done with the place.
It's funny too, because they the screaming Eagles, so they should have got that.
You ready for it? Listen up. German army surrendered.
We're going home.
Yup. How you not smiling now? That's crazy that wiped the smile off their face.
Is it?
Yeah, there you go.
He had to take a moment. That's why
You feel me? Like,
it didn't register. It didn't compute.
man,
Looking, I mean, out there with the champagne. Like,
with the shades,
wow,
sitting
look at
back,
that
reclined.
background. Holy.
Yeah, that's
Had it on double guard ever since.
I can vouch for that, sir.
Oh, anxious to get off duty, O'Keefe.
No, there's not so much to
Okay.
see and do, sir.
man, and we keep it locked. That's crazy.
What are we looking at? That wine?
Is it his booze of choice? Is it all there?
10,000 bottles of the world's finest liquor, wine, and champagne helped Easy Company mark the day the war in Europe came to an end.
So it's just a mix of shit.
Instead of an aggressive combat unit, we became an occupation force. And no one wanted to leave Berchtesgaden.
Look at that.
Until they saw Austria.
Look how many...
Until they saw Austria.
Bro.
Damn right.
That is a massive... Like, I've never seen a wine.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like that.
He said over 10,000 bottles of the world's finest.
So you reckon they'll make us run up those or ski down them?
Both of them.
Yep.
Little people on the countryside saying hi and shit. Look at they painting a beautiful picture right now, man.
God
damn.
Oh my goodness.
I want to get a room here, right there in the front. With my window, see that. As long as my window faces that.
Crazy.
When there are finally no more wars to occupy us.
Have all your men collect the weapons, deposit them at the church, at the school, and at the airfield.
Make them do it.
You may keep your sidearm, Colonel.
Yes, it is.
So, when are we going?
We don't have a date yet.
We gonna tell the men right away?
Some of them will have enough points to go home instead.
Not many.
Points.
Their only medal's Purple Heart.
What are you crouching down for, Perko? Think the deer's gonna shoot back?
You never know what's out here, bro.
How about y'all just shut up? Hey, you know what? I got an idea. Why don't we just shoot bull here? Feed the company for a week.
Exactly.
I know y'all heard that. Oh, who snapped the twig?
Oh, God damn it, Shifty. You let him get away. Army ought to be glad to be rid of you.
I wish, you know. Seems they want me to stay around a while.
You serious?
How many points you need? 15.
What you got to do to get 15 points?
General Taylor is aware that many veterans, including Normandy veterans, still do not have the 85 points required to be discharged. For Easy Company, the winner is...
Lipton. Oh, there's only one name in there.
Sergeant Darrell C. Powers.
Oh, shit. They looked out. Somebody looked out for this man.
Yeah, they definitely did.
That's dope.
Will definitely be redeployed to the Pacific.
There it is. The Pacific.
Beginning tomorrow at 0600 hours, we will begin training to go to war.
Back to war. Whole different enemy, whole different firepower, fucking terrain, weather, just...
Back home in Virginia, I just don't rightly know how I'm going to explain all this.
I can't.
I seen...
You're a hell of a fine soldier, Shifty. There's nothing more to explain.
Thank you, sir.
Damn. Ah, man. There you go, sir.
Can't imagine a tougher test for a leader. Having to sit through a siege like that, under those conditions.
You got through it.
Somehow.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. Yeah, this episode, we lost a lot of good ones.
I said, why do you want to leave your men?
Well, it's not that, sir. It's just that if the war was still on in the Pacific and I could do some good over there.
Looking to have your own division someday?
No, sir.
Not going to make a career in the Army?
No. Yeah. I don't know, sir.
Because if you think you need more combat experience to get stars on your helmet, let me tell you something, son. You don't. You've done enough.
Mm-hmm. Facts. That's even better than you don't.
And frankly, I think you men have earned the right to keep you around.
Facts.
Nice.
So that's why he's in Austria taking swims every morning. They wait in the 6 months to get deployed, or however long it's gonna take.
One of those Polacks what was at the slave camp said this is where the guy lives, right here.
Which camp?
Whatever camp. Under direct orders, and I'm happy to follow it.
Oh shit.
They're saying one of the people who worked at the concentration camp is here?
I think that's what you said.
You think he's a soldier like you and me? An innocent German officer? Where the hell have you been for the past 3 years?
And he was the one doing the translating too, so.
Yep.
Sie haben die falsche Person. Nein, nein.
I heard Baston. You see what you did to my people?
Definitely personal.
Trying to watch over soldiers with the enemy, with no enemy. This is what happens. With no enemy to fight.
He was the one that was fighting gonorrhea, right? In the beginning, because he said something about Jews.
Son of a bitch. Shoot him.
Give me your rifle then so I could do it. Damn, that echo was crazy. Ooh! Somebody had to do it.
Damn.
How'd he f that up though? Can we get an inside view? Like
the gun jammed.
But I mean, he hit him with one bullet, so he misaimed that one bullet.
Everyone just wanted to go home.
France was the best.
Really?
Yeah. 5 years. I think I was in every country, but France was the best.
And a second.
Don't salute the Germans. Oh, come on. I sort of get a kick out of it. Anyway, I got me a new enemy. The Japs. 75 points.
He's short 10 points.
Yep.
81.
4 points short.
I have 81 points. That's just not good enough.
That injury on D-Day wasn't enough. He would have had to come back and get injured again.
Is that how you gain points?
Well, they did say they was getting points for Purple Hearts and shit. So each injury in combat. But there's probably other ways too, I'm sure. Oh no. Wait, is this the... Okay, this is a whole different situation. Damn, that shit flipped. Don't tell me both of them.
He was dead when they brought him in.
Damn.
What?
75 points.
What?
Damn.
10 points short of discharge.
Wait here.
The f is happening?
Did he hit somebody?
Krauts. I tried to explain.
Do you have any gas?
Why don't you give me a weapon? Hold on a second now, right?
Oh my God.
What? The fuck? What just happened?
You can't operate on him?
Not me. You'd need a brain surgeon. And even if you had one, I don't think there's any hope.
You find the shooter. I want him alive. Come on, help me.
Thank you, bruh. Me and Spears would be terrible together because I'm torturing this motherfucker, bruh. I know he one of our own, but what the f?
This is crazy.
Yeah, this is absolute madness right now.
Like, how? I get, like, some people lose their shits, but...
That man with the pistol open up.
Where are we going? To the hospital. Get in.
Oh.
If you're going to shoot me, shoot me.
He would have did it already.
Put the gun away. Get in the Jeep now. Come on. If you want him to live, you'll help me. First, by putting that away.
Come
just
on,
do
Spears. Yep, just chill. I know you mad, bro. I'm mad too. All right, we not giving up, bro. If this man survives, it's gonna be it's so amazing.
What?
Man.
Holy, like that was. Did they find him?
I think so. They beating his ass,
He's
baby.
taking a bigger beat than me and him.
Wanna play a different game? I should go in there and stop this.
Boyd, let's just play cards, all right?
He's right though. It's a bad move, like, cause it creates a lot of tension.
And something like this can happen.
Where is he?
Is he okay?
Where is he?
But initially, I'm with Spears. Like, we gotta mangle this motherfucker.
Replacement. Our company.
Wow.
Where's the weapon?
The replacement.
When you talk to an officer, you say, sir.
It's totally different. One of your own.
Shit. He could have easily done that and nobody would have batted an eye.
Crowd surgeon says he's gonna make it.
But what is he gonna be? What's gonna be left?
So what else is on your mind?
I know Easy Company's gonna need a commanding officer post-war, somebody to hold their hand, keep them from killing each other.
Facts.
It better be somebody who knows what they're doing.
So you decided to stay in the Army?
Yes, I'm gonna stay with the men.
Well, I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, Spears definitely the type.
So it's an airborne exhibition. They have one of every Allied combat plane they've used in the war.
Uh-huh. I mean, yes, sir.
You'll be like a technical advisor and make sure they get everything right.
If you need me to go, someone has to be there.
Yeah, we do. We absolutely
If
do.
you need me to go, somebody got
And your driver will drop you off at a hotel of your choice. And I don't think we'll see you back here anytime soon.
There you go, Malarkey.
Carwood, yes. The Army, when they give a man a battlefield commission, make him an officer. They usually don't let him stay with the same company.
Yes, sir, I figured this was coming.
They're afraid the men won't show him the proper degree of respect as they would another officer. They've given me the choice as to where to reassign you, and I thought battalion headquarters might be a good place.
I can think of few better, sir.
Good.
He's right though. It's not a theory. It's a fact, bruh.
Yeah. I thought Second Lieutenant Carwood Lipton from West Virginia could soothe his ruffled feathers.
No problem, sir.
Heard the story?
With your permission, I would like to address my men briefly.
That'll be fine, General.
Look at who it is.
Wow.
Sobel. Or Sobel, however you... There we go.
Really
Sobel.
not gonna look at this man in his face? You a bitch.
That's your major, bro.
Salute
Go.
the rank, not the
exactly. Exactly. You see that.
Exactly. Salute that.
I respect that. I respect when winners be petty because you know it ain't really his style. But yes, for that.
Salute the rank, not the bird. Yes, yes.
Man, it's been a long war. It's been a tough war.
Ihr habt tapfer und stolz für euer Vaterland gekämpft.
You are a special group. We found in one another a bond. That exists only in combat.
Unter Kameraden,
Among brothers, held each other in dire moments.
die den Tod mit euch gedient zu haben.
I'm proud to have served with each and every one of you.
Sie alle verdienen ein langes und glückliches Leben in Frieden.
You deserve long and happy lives in peace.
Wow.
Yeah.
That hit for
Gotta be tough to
everybody.
hear.
Take a look at these two kids. What the hell happened to them?
You awake yet?
Wake.
Time to go to bed.
Jump in the water. Do it.
Yeah, you
Yes.
stupid.
Yes. Yes. I'm like, how you could come out here every morning and not jump in the water? Like, come on now.
You clearly out, bruh.
Hey,
Is
look
that
who it is.
Compton?
Yes, it is.
He became a prosecutor in Los Angeles.
Oh,
Nice.
shit.
He convicted Sirhan Sirhan in the murder of Robert Kennedy and was later appointed to the California Court of Appeals. David Webster became a writer for the Saturday Evening Post and Wall Street Journal. In 1961, he went out on the ocean alone and was never seen again.
No.
Try to get too close to the sharks.
George Luz became a handyman in Providence, Rhode Island. As a testament to his character, 1,600 people attended his funeral.
Wow.
1998.
Wow.
Nice.
1,600 people.
He had a long life. Home run.
Alton Moore returned to Wyoming with a unique souvenir. Hitler's personal photo albums.
Oh, he's the one who snatched it?
Wow.
Damn,
58.
I know.
Ronald Spears stayed in the Army, served in Korea, in 1958 returned to Germany as governor of Spandau Prison. He retired a lieutenant colonel.
Nice.
That was Spears.
Easy company! School circle!
Oh, shit. This is the last time we're going to see the boys.
Yeah, it's crazy.
This morning, President Truman received the unconditional surrender from the Japanese.
So they don't go.
War's over.
Like they said.
Each of us would be forever connected by our shared experience. And each would have to rejoin the world as best he could.
And that's probably the toughest part. Like Buddy said, the first one to leave, he was like, how do I tell people about this?
Lewis Nixon had some tough times after the war.
I bet.
He was divorced a couple of times. Then in 1956, he married a woman named Grace, and everything came together for him. I took up his job offer and was a personnel manager at the Nixon Nitration Works until I was called back into service in 1950 to train officers and rangers.
Nice.
I stayed around Hershey, Pennsylvania, finally finding a little farm, a little peaceful corner of the world, where I still live today. There is not a day that goes by that I do not think of the men I served with who never got to enjoy the world without war.
Facts. Winners. They finally giving us the names. Left it.
It's beautiful.
Malarkey. Garnier. Sergeant Garnier. Babe Heffron. Shifty. We just saw you go home. John Martin.
Oh, man. That was beautiful. We finally got to see their names at the end.
And I see why they never did it.
Yeah, it hits.
This man over there.
It hits a lot more different.
There you have it. Band of Brothers finale in the books. Yeah, man. Yeah. They know how to do it. They know how to do it, man. Shout out to everybody who worked on this project, man. Like, I know, you know, we see Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks as the executive producers. Those are obviously the biggest names we can recognize, but plenty of more names that definitely should be recognized throughout this whole project, because from start to finish, amazing work. This episode specifically, a great finale. They gave us a little bit of that, you know, that softening of the war, but still kept that tension of what's going on with some of these soldiers while they're occupying areas where there's no enemy to fight. I like how they were throwing little things out there like that. I really also enjoyed the general's words, the Nazi general's words, because it was just, it's very relatable to, you know, the actual Band of Brothers, the American soldiers that we've been following as well. So just like those words resonate a lot. And yeah, just great moments, tragic moments too, but just a lot of great moments throughout this episode. So I really love the way that they ended this. And I can't lie, there was a moment there where I was just like, hold up, are we gonna get some of the same people and actors in the Pacific? But obviously that. They cleared that up very quickly here. But amazing episode. How you feeling over there, brother?
Yeah, I love the way they ended this. They ended it with the cherry on top, with us finally seeing the names of the brothers we've been watching in the intros of all these episodes. So I think for me that was like the best thing about this episode, because that's what we've been asking this entire time. Like, who are these men in the beginning? We know they're a part of the story, but we can't really put, you know, names to faces, and they finally did that at the end. I think it just came to a fantastic like conclusion. And then on top of that, this episode alone, I like what they, you know, it's exactly what happened. I wouldn't say exactly, but this is how things work, you know, like you needed points in order to leave and all this. So, you know, the men end up having to stay there doing nothing and pretty much potentially putting themselves in danger, and we see that in the episode here. So yeah, I love the way they ended it, and I can't wait, man. I can't wait for us to hop into this once again once we get to the Pacific, but that's in the future. So yeah, man, I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it. I loved it.
Loved it. Yeah.
I don't even. I feel like there's not even much to, like, there's plenty to say, but it's just like, it's one of these ones where I'm just like, man, we should just end smiling at the camera, like we made it, like, because this was beautiful. But let's get into the episode. Let's touch on the tension quickly, because obviously it wasn't what I was hoping to see. I was hoping for, you know, just a full episode of greatness and beauty and happiness, but obviously that's not the reality. But man, some of that shit was wild, like wild. I think the most wild one, of course, was Buddy catching the headshot from The Replacement.
Yes.
But you know, we also had Tom Hardy flipping in the Jeep. They had said, what was the other one? God dang it. Oh, the flipping of the Jeep was the one. The other one was when Buddy went home and got hit head on. So that technically wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
So my bad. But yeah, we had Tom Hardy's character flipped in the Jeep, which was tragic. But the second one was 10 times worse, because this was soldier on soldier, American soldier on American soldier. And then a replacement at that. So we've seen throughout the series how people feel about the replacements, how people feel about, you know, who's been injured, who hasn't, who's been in which battle and whatnot. So I feel like that just like made it a million times worse when they found out it was just a replacement who laid down one of the brothers that they, you know, one of the brothers, people who's been with us since the beginning. So I am glad that they didn't kill him. Like, I know at the moment I'm just like, torture this, like, but obviously shit like that, you know, you can't do. Like, there has to be hierarchy, there has to be processes, you know, it can't just be a lawless land. So I'm glad that Spears didn't, you know, go full legendary Spears and play into his character that people believe he is, and clean that mess up. So how'd you feel about that, bruh? I know that shit was tough.
Bruh, that was just insane. But we seen time and time again with the replacements and how they act when they first get there. We seen plenty of replacement be eager to get into war, and then when they do, you know, they don't know how to act. So they definitely played it up into this point. Like, this is the worst of the worst of what can happen when a replacement comes in, and just kind of loses it. Like, you know, I'm not really sure if Buddy, like, I know he was a replacement, but I'm just wondering, like, what caused him to kind of like get to that place to where he and I know it's probably, you know, where Winter was saying, like, these men were on this, you know, in this place with nothing to do, and all they had was guns and alcohol. So that probably played a key factor in it, but still at the same time, it's just like, damn, what can cause you to kind of like shoot your own brother? So that's
I think it's definitely a mixture of just like that pressure of not feeling like accepted maybe by your own, because you didn't catch nobody, like you ain't a combat veteran tech. Because I don't even know if, like, even though he's a replacement, it doesn't necessarily mean he's not a combat veteran, because he could have been at least in one of the battles. But you know, they're like, if you ain't been in since the beginning, like, you, bro, especially if you weren't there at Bastogne, like, they like, nah, bruh. So I don't know, maybe it was like he maybe wasn't a combat veteran, never fired his weapon, and wanted to kill, because he killed the Germans first. It wasn't like, you know, he was killing American soldiers at first. But after he already started killing the Germans, that's when like the full breakdown kind of took hold of him, to where, you know, he was ballsy enough to shoot one of his own. But definitely not a situation you want to be in. And then also, I guess we should just take their word for it that he could have survived, but I wish they would have maybe kind of threw a little note in there just for sure. You think he really survived? I don't know. That's
what, the surgery?
The headshot. Yeah.
Well, they said he survived. I'm guessing he does. Damn, did we get
probably
a
just
little?
Gotta take their word.
Yeah.
I don't think they gave us. I don't think they gave us any other like hints or just any other information about.
Y'all let us know in the comments down below what happened to brother. Yeah. Like, did he survive, and how long? You know, what happened to him and after his.
Yeah, it's definitely messed up situations, and again, it is reality. I remember when I was in the Army, when we were training to deploy, and I was in a striker unit. One of the strikers had flipped and killed a sergeant, because the person's like hanging out the top, basically, because it's kind of difficult to see to drive, so you have like one person who hangs out the top and kind of tells you, like, you know, turn right here, do this, blah blah. Nah, it's a striker.
Okay.
Not a tank yet. But yeah, and this dude, I think he was like an E6 if I'm not mistaken, or E7. 2 deployments under his belt. Literally just came back, like they probably just came back like less than a year before that. And yeah, they had flipped that striker, and that sergeant had died. So that is just, watching this here, like, even though they were technically still across seas at the time, they were, you know, it wasn't a war. It was done. So to see the Tom Hardy shit flip, that definitely hit a little bit, because it's just like, that shit does happen. Like, you'll have these casualties, and it's just like, wow, we just made it through a war, we just did this, we just did that, and this is how, you know, this person has to go out. It's sad and unfortunate. So I guess I'm kind of glad that, even though it's tragic, I'm glad that they still sprinkled that in here, because again, it's just all reality.
Yeah, just real situations.
Yep.
Like, and then any situation could have gone like bad, especially the one where they went to the cabin to go look for the dude. Like, I was like, I was expecting something to go horribly wrong. I'm glad that it didn't, but it still kind of did, because like Webster said, like, this could have been an innocent person, and you're coming over here and doing this. So yeah, man, there's a lot of that I'm pretty sure that probably happened during these times of nothingness. Like, we basically just sitting here waiting for shit to end, and people over here 75 points, 81 points. You needed points to leave and stuff like that. That to me is just, that's weird. Like, why you need to be, that's, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. That's kind of crazy that you had to actually gain points, like a social credit score or some shit like that.
Yeah, I don't think it's, I don't know how I feel about it, because I didn't deploy, so I don't know what the point system is like. But at least I know that you were in a contract, basically, right? So if you signed up for 4 years, it didn't matter if you were in a war or not. Like, you were still part of the military, part of your until your contract was done. So I don't know if it was like, if that was just something different back then where they had the point system. I don't know if they have that still now. Feel free to drop those comments. But yeah, it didn't hurt me too. Oh, I don't want to say hurt, but I didn't care too much about it, because again, the contract system completely erases that point system. But you do get like R&R and stuff. Like, they do let you go home and shit and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know the points, but I will say, at least from the perspective of right now, 1945 point system, it does suck though. Like,
yeah, it
like
does.
you've been through some shit, and you need
bruh.
you need some extra shit to go through just to go home.
Like, bro, all the shit that these men have went through, and we didn't even see Webster like that. Like, we did see Webster go through some stuff, but he wasn't there like in the beginning. You know, he ended up getting that leave of absence and then coming back. Mm-hmm. And there's people that were there before him who went through all that shit. So it's like, they still are here and can't leave because of the point system. So for me, I was just like, man, that's just got to be a shitty situation. And then on top of that, the war is winding down. So it's like, how many situations can you really put yourself into to kind of get out? So
exactly,
I felt like,
basically,
yeah, exactly. So it's just like, man, that had to be like just a shitty situation to be in. Like, you know, you've been through it, but there's nothing really you could do about it. So yeah.
Well, speaking of points, I guess that's a nice segue to some of the positive in this episode. Even though a lot of, well, not a lot, but, you know, there were soldiers who did fall short of points. Major Winters and them were trying to find ways to still get their ass home. So I think, again, this is just a great showmanship of Winters' leadership throughout the whole series. And then he even had that sit down of him trying to get to the Pacific before anybody, which I loved, because him and that colonel had that conversation, and the colonel was like, what do men like us do when there's no wars to occupy us? Mm-hmm. And I was like, bro, that is definitely a perfect thing to say to Winters, because Winters always looked like a soldier boy to me. Like, I was just like, I don't think Winters will ever retire. He's gonna do his 20 years and then retire. Which he actually technically doesn't, but still, that's how I kind of was perceiving him for a while. So I really loved that he had that conversation with the German colonel, and then he had the conversation with the other dude, and the dude's like, nah, bruh, Easy deserves you. You've done enough. Like, relax, man. Sit where you need to be at. And then Winters was just, you know, I'm gonna try to get soldiers home. That's my job now, trying to get some soldiers home who deserve to get home. Like, so they did great stuff with this show. Like, really great stuff.
They did some really good stuff, man. Like I said, I think the holding off the names on the brothers in the beginning was the best thing, because just seeing them and knowing who they are at the end of the story is just like that much more rewarding. And,
and plus you don't want to know who died. Like, you don't want to spoil shit. Like, you want to know like who's possibly survives the war, like whoop-de-woo. Because I remember Malarkey's character, I think it was around the episode where Garnier and Joe had got their legs blown off together. It was either that episode or maybe episode before, where he had mentioned one of them, and I was just like, oh, like, we got to try to figure out who this one is. Like, he's probably the easiest one for us to figure out, because he's actually naming people and shit. Like, I know one of them mentioned Spears as well too, but that's a little bit harder because everybody knew who Spears was. But yeah, I'm glad that we got the names. Like, that was beautiful, and I'm glad we got the little outros of what everyone did after. We got to see Compton, bruh. That was dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? I shame myself every day when I thought that Compton was on like a morphine high or something, man. I'm like, man, I should have never said that about my boy, man. So it was good to see him. Austria was beautiful. I don't know if this was actually shot in Austria, but amazing scenes out there. I'm very interested in how like accurate some of the depictions were of like Hitler's little eagle's nest and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, because that place looked crazy on the inside. That shit looked like Legion of Doom type. Like some real life supervillain type fortress.
Nah, it really did. And then on top of that, everything else that he owned, the wine cellar that was literally, you could have people live in that place. That's how big it was. Yeah, and the locale though, was just beautiful. Like, I can't imagine living out on the hillside out there. That would just be amazing to wake up and just seeing that. Like Winters, I'll be like Winters every morning.
You feel me? Swimming in the morning, looking at the mountains.
Yes.
Bruh, I was I remember when I lived in Washington, and you could see Mount Rainier when you wake up every day coming out the barracks, and that shit was beautiful. So I can't imagine. Huh?
Armor Titan?
Nah, you stupid. Imagine waking up seeing that. I'll be shook, boy. I'm trying to get out of Washington. But yeah, so I can't imagine what that scenery. It was reminding me a lot of like Lord of the Rings, and I know that was shot in New Zealand. So yeah, definitely beautiful scenery out there in the world. Definitely travel. I feel like I think I'm good here.
Me too.
Like I said, a lot of goodness in this episode, but they still kept the reality of tragedy in there mixed in. Glad to see that none of Easy Company had to go to the Pacific. They definitely deserved a life of peace.
Yes.
Like that, like the German dude said to his people, Easy Company, y'all deserve a life of peace. Final thoughts? Want to drop a score?
Final thoughts is, I think this series was amazing. I loved it. And on top of that too, I just love everything that you guys provide for us as, you know, other information that hasn't been that wasn't confirmed, you know, correctly in the show, because there's things that they're kind of off a little bit about. I love how you guys just come in and just kind of clean that up and let us know. So I can't wait for us to get to this on YouTube, because y'all gonna be dropping a lot of gems. I feel like it's gonna be a lot of just stuff that they didn't mention in here, and with everybody's, you know, afterlife after the war. So I can't wait for that. I'm excited for that. But if I had to, I think this was a perfect ending. So I'm gonna end it with a perfect score. I think this was a 10. I think this is how you end it perfectly. Like I said, I think ending with the names of the brothers at the end is how you do this show. So yeah, 10.
I agree. Definitely had the 10 cocked and loaded, ready to go for this one. Man, this one season got 2 10s out of me. But can you blame me? Again, they just take everything that you learn and watch and feel throughout episode 1 and just continue to just roll it over into the next episode to where you feel it. You feel it all, and you connect the dots, and you connect some of the lessons that you learn by watching the veterans and some of these brothers do their thing. And I love how they did that. So this episode is definitely a 10, man. Easy. The whole series is a 10. This is an amazing mini series right here. So great scores across the board, man. 10s from your two hosts. If you still here rocking with us, we appreciate y'all so much. Y'all keep us moving and grooving. Again, Pacific is not going to come straight after this one. We had some other miniseries in mind and planned out that we want to roll out. But this one did so amazing that we are definitely going to come through with the Pacific. Before you ever see the end of this channel, the Pacific will come first. Just know that. So that doesn't hold us to any timelines, basically. But y'all know what to do with the video. Drop your likes, comment down below. Let us know how you felt about this whole series.
Yes, and also too, just want to give a big thanks to all our veterans out there who protect us. We appreciate each and every single one of y'all. So if y'all haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. Do that. We also have full-length watch-alongs on our Patreon, but you got to bring your own copy, of course. The Patreon link will be in the descriptions down below. FRR is out, y'all.
Peace.